Hello, everyone. Hi, Saurabh.
Hi, Rahul.
So, yeah, hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening. Uh, I hope people can see us, hear us. If someone can just confirm that for us, we can get started. Yeah, so Manoj is here. Hi, Manoj. Thanks for confirming. Yeah, we'll wait for more people to join in. It's early AM for a lot of them, so let's wait for people to join in. Uh, Welcome to another episode of Packed Expert Insight Sessions. Uh, Now that we have people coming in, we'll start with a quick introduction. Oh, yeah, we've got more people. Hi, Saif Ali. Hi, Jonathan. Thanks for confirming. Yes, I think we're good to go. So, my name is Rahul Nair, and I'm a product manager at Packt. It's great to have you all here today, and very excited for this session. We have our very own special guest, Saurabh Shrivastav, who's a global solutions architect leader at AWS. Saurabh, would you like to tell us a bit about yourself?
Yeah, thanks, Rahul, for having me in this forum and glad to back again. And thanks to Pact for providing the opportunities. And so I am, as Rahul mentioned, currently I lead the team of solution architect in AWS, and I'm with AWS since 9 years. So almost to see the journey of the evaluation and revolution in the cloud. And before that, coming from the software development background and working through the bunch of technologies which consider legacy now. Okay, through the application development or big data analytics or machine learning or generative AI. So it is, and starting from the back in the day when used to have the C++ Corva programming, and even I worked in the Xmotive, which used to come in 80s. So this is a good journey to gain the experience over last 2 decades, and happy to be in forum to share my experience and help people how we can proceed forward with our careers, and also talk about how we are scaling these expertise and knowledge through the pact, through the mediums of the books, audios, and forums like this.
Awesome. Thanks for that, Saurabh. Yeah, I can see more people joining in. Before we get into it, I wanted to talk a bit about some exciting surprises that we have for you. I mean, it's no longer a surprise, we've spoken about it, but you see a sticker going down here which talks about the raffle. That's basically an opportunity for four lucky winners to win an ebook of Saurabh's latest book, Solutions Architect Handbook. Initially, we were going for two lucky winners, but uh, given how much Saurabh likes sharing knowledge and given how kind he's uh, going to also, from his end, he's also encouraging that we give two more copies. So in total, through this session, one midway and one towards the end, we'll be doing a raffle where you will get a chance to win ebook copy of Saurabh's latest book, Solutions Architect Handbook. All you have to do is comment hashtag packed, and in the raffle, we will pick lucky winners to win that ebook. So make sure you're asking questions, make sure you're commenting hashtag packed, so that you walk away with a very resourceful book. And yeah, with that, I think we can get started. uh, Saurabh, are you happy to get started with some of the questions that I have for you today?
Yes, and I will really encourage people in audience. This session is for you, and that's the reason it is live, not recorded. So please ask the question. We want to hear directly from you and answer you directly. Okay, so we have some pre-questions to get started where we collected from the people who are really interested to learn, but we also want to hear directly.
Absolutely, I agree. I mean, I agree, Saurabh. This is a great opportunity. So, any questions you have, feel free to just drop it in the comments, and Saurabh will address them as they keep coming in. So, we'll start with the first one that I have. And I think with the technology evolving so quickly, sort of what strategies do you recommend for solutions architect to stay updated and continue delivering value on their projects?
Okay, okay. Yeah, so before answering, some people are asking, can we have the copies of solution architect interview book as well? Okay, so keep coming your comment. I will select that. Okay, and might be I will hand over a couple of copies later. Okay, but keep coming your comment with hashtag, and if you're not picked into this interview, definitely I will. I'm considering that I will hand out couple of copy of that book also. Okay, so don't worry about that. Okay, so coming to the Rahul questions, yes, so it is becoming really challenging for the solution architect community, and I see it is a very we are in very peculiar role, right? So if you are suppose people get their expertise, I'm DB admin, I'm going to Oracle, I will learn that, okay, and I will go dive deep on that. Might be I can stick 10 years to that and I will learn different part of it. Or you as a software developer, okay, I'm Java developer, I started with Java 8, now Java 21 is there, and I will learn the different kind of libraries and all those things. But architect has such a broad responsibility that they need to on top of everything, and they need to provide the best solution for their company. And I see there is two part of it. While we are learning the new technology continuously, and that is the challenge, we also need to careful that we are not running behind the shiny object, right? Some things looks very shiny, but will it make my architecture really scalable or reliable? That is important. Okay, so first I will talk about how to uh, how to keep yourself continuously learning. And earlier the technology, if you talk, I will start from the 2000 and later of like first 10 year, I see the technology was changing in every 2 to 3 year. Okay, then last decade, I think in 2010 to 20, we are saying, okay, every 1 year or 1.5 year, technology is changing. Now every 6 months, everything is getting changed drastically, right? Yeah, there is some core technology staying same, right? When you talk about the compute and storage and all those things, even though there is lots of updates coming, but foundation is getting same. But when you talk about especially generative AI, right, every day new models is coming, and we talk about machine learning and analytics, every day new things are coming. And these things are important to learn, because that's where you drive the efficiency to your business. And how you keep learning all those things, my strategy is you cannot sit and say that, hey, I can do some courses and all, because that quickly become outdated. It's all about keeping yourself up to date. I will say I use the LinkedIn more than any other social media networking website, right? So, and I get to read lots of articles from there, or I have some other tech publications, substacks, and all those things where I keep reading, okay, some technology things, and it's keep popping up to me. But also I put some discipline. One things I see is to develop some habit where it force you to read, right? And what could be the best habit is writing. When you write, then it force you to read. It doesn't means you need to write book. How I started my learning journey, I started writing the blogs. Okay, so if you writing the some blogs in Medium, or I have put my own blog channel in the blog spot, right? And I try to do at least in every month I will try to publish couple of blog, pick some topic which is on the latest trend, and it helps to do lots of learning from there and put it out. That is one. Second is if a habit is, if I'm doing the exercise like half hour walking or doing some exercise, I also try to listen some videos and learn through that. And when you are going and doing regular, set the target, force yourself for learning, like set the target every 6 months I'm going to do one certification, right? That will also help you to learn lots of things. Don't sit and do all the certification, like whatever 10 12 certification in one sitting, like 3 months, because then everything will get outdated quickly. But I said, let's
Mm.
take every 4 months or 6 months. And again, decide, okay, at least every week, spend at least 4 hours on the learning part of it. And out of means 4 hours should not be a big problem. If you divide in like 7 days, it means we are hardly spending 40 hours on that. It is like your brain exercise, like you do the physical exercise, you need to have the brain exercise also.
Yeah, I think that's a good tip, especially about not going after every certification that's out there, knowing that there are updates coming in. So that's a good tip. We have an interesting comment where this LinkedIn user says Saurabh is quite popular name among architects community. Good to see. So yeah, thanks for that comment. And we also have some interesting questions from the audience, which is great to see. I read one which I specifically want to highlight. Yeah, so this is from a LinkedIn user. Unfortunately, it's not giving us the name, but it says, "Hi Saurabh, my question is the fact uh, is that Gen AI is rapidly evolving and almost replacing content writing. How much generative AI can help architects versus taking over proposal writing work? Any thoughts on that?"
So yeah, these questions I get often, and I think this is very interesting question. I will tell you, AI can be as much as creative as we are, but they don't have the context, right? You need to provide the context. I see the Gen AI is the helping hand. It is very good support, which increase our productivity. But as an architect, we need to work backward from the customer requirement. And and every time customer requirement is different. Even for the same customer requirement get changed like 10 times, right? In even though proposal writing journey also. So how I see that Gen AI is very good assistant, and I use I use these generative AI tools also. If we have something, we should use it. It's again like you see the typewriter to computer evolution. Okay, so so that kind of evaluation it is, and we should always use. So if taking example, if you take suppose talk about some BFSI domain, okay, and if customer is coming where you are crafting the solution for the some financial services, right? So generative AI it will come later. The first things is you need to collect the requirement. You need to understand how many user they want to do, what is their peak user workload, what kind of system they want to integrate, right? What kind of third party software they want to integrate, whether they want SaaS model or PaaS model, what kind of infrastructure they want, what their performance SLA looks like, what is the disaster recovery things looks like. So these things generative AI cannot do, right? Because it is generative AI is still need lot of guidance, right? It's like a teaching a kid how to do the job, but this kid learn pretty fast. Okay, so you have to collect all these requirement, and then you have to put the architecture together, because again, you cannot, if you throw something on that, hey, build the architecture, it has no idea, right? And then there is different technology requirement also. So suppose even if you are building a simple example, if you are building the DevOps pipeline, generative AI, you can ask, hey, can you build the DevOps pipeline and using in AWS platform or Azure platform? But that is not the case. Customer can be very picky. Say, I'm using the Jenkins and GitHub. I don't want to use. I want that to be plugged in my DevOps pipeline, and that that things, right? But once you have all these data, definitely you can use to descriptive writing and all those things. The other things I will say architect to be very careful. Most of the generative AI tools use your data to train their model. So I will never put the customer confidential data there, right? I will use that. So I will not ask it to write the proposal. Yes, I can take some help there. Hey, this technology versus that technology when it comes to comparing. Normally, we used to go and use the Google. If someone will say, hey, should I use in container? Should I use the container D versus Docker? Should I use the OpenShift versus Kubernetes? Right? We used to do lots of research from the Google searching plethora of pages. But now that dive deep generative AI is very helpful, right? You can go and ask perplexity.ai or chat gtp. They give you side by side comparison, bringing all the knowledge there. So they do search for you, but ultimately you have to decide what goes there. These are the confidential information, should not expose to any generative AI models or anything.
Great. So we have more questions. Pradeep asks, what are the different solution architect roles at AWS?
Yeah, so if in particular AWS, and it is applicable across industry. See, even if we are I'm part of the AWS, I talk to the people and all the FANG companies and outside, working with lots of the partners. So I will address the AWS specific question, but general question also. And uh, we have the both, and I have mentioned that clearly in solution architect handbook also, and that I put my experience. So solution architect role is both generalist and specialist, right? Journalist solution architect, where we look at the solution architect who has the knowledge of the all the technology, right, at a big mid level. Okay, so if I will take 4 level of 100, 200, 300, 400, where 400 is very dive deep hands-on coding, and 100 level is the starting point. So at least solution architect, we are looking 200 to 300 level knowledge across all the core technology. Generalist solution architect, and then they can develop the area of depth on one of the technology. So suppose you should know the storage, compute, networking, database, which people use to build the application, right? But maybe the big data or AI ML, you don't have that much knowledge, and that is perfectly fine. Then it comes the specialist solution architect, right? And especially solution architect is where you are very deep on focus on the one things, right? So there will be a database solution architect, analytics solution architect, machine learning solution architect, networking solution architect, right? And I will take example of networking solution architect. As a journalist architect, you know how to design the VPC and all, but when it comes, okay, how I can connect the multiple site using the direct connect and transit gateway, then you need a 400 level networking architect there. Okay, so that's where the specialist solution architect comes into the picture. And why I took the networking example, because we are keep talking about AI, ML, and the data. So I thought stick to the core. Okay, and obviously that is another area. And the third is very frequently that coming up is the industry solution architect. Okay, so these days most of the CIOs looking for the problem of their solutions. Okay, and CXOs say that, hey, I want to fix this particular problem, and you tell me the solution, what technology you are going to use underneath. That is the discussion with my engineering team, right? So we are looking, and that requires lots of domain knowledge, where solution architect can talk wisely to the CXOs. Okay, and that's where we have the banking and financial solution architect, telecom solution architect, or retail solution architect. Those can talk that business language, understand what the solution that industry is looking, and tie it back to the technical solution, right? And I will definitely say there is lots of details available in both solution architect handbook and solution architect interview book. Okay, whole chapter on these things. So just take a look, and happy to answer. Ping me directly also on LinkedIn. I'm pretty responsive.
Yeah. I think, yeah, that's a lot of useful real world examples there as you answer that. Pradeep, that certainly cleared a lot of my queries, but I'm hoping that that was useful for you as well. Yeah, thanks for that, Saurabh. Uh, are you happy to do a raffle now? I think we
Yes,
are
yes,
almost.
we should do one refer.
Yeah, so yeah, I'll just share my screen. I'm seeing a lot of people have already commented, which is great. Saurabh, are you able to see the raffle screen?
Yes, yes, I can see it.
Great. So we'll start with our first raffle. Let's see who's the lucky winner. First one for the day. Right. So that's Ricardo Perez. Congratulations. You're the first winner. Uh, all you have to do is just find me on LinkedIn. I think that should be easy, hopefully. But my name is Rahul Nair, Packt, and then you will find me on LinkedIn. I'll help you with the ebook copy. Congratulations. Uh, Oops, I stopped sharing the screen. Let me share that again. Right. So we'll do another one, and let's see. Yeah, a lot of entries starting to come in now, so that's great. Let's see who's the second lucky winner for the day. So this one is for Muthukrishnan Ramaswamy. Congratulations, Muthukrishnan. Right. So like I said, we have four of these happening and two are already gone. So make sure you keep commenting hashtag packed. And towards the end, uh, if you're lucky, you will get a chance to win a copy of the book. All right. So with that, we'll move on to more questions. Right. Let's look at one of my questions again, Saurabh, if that's okay. Uh, what are some
So I
key?
want I
Yeah.
want to address one question, I think, and congratulations to all the winners. So our last winner, Ramaswamy, has asked one question: what it takes to become a solution architect? If someone aspire for that, right?
Hmm.
Okay, so I think that is an important question. Most of the people there. So first is why you want to be solution architect, right? And that inspiration is very important, right? What you are looking forward in your career. I'd enjoyed doing the solution architect work, and which is very much resonate to me and maybe resonate to many others, and is who you are in this forum. That I because of the reason first is you stay on top of the technology. Okay, that is very exciting. You are talking directly to the customer. Okay, and solving the real world problem, sitting with them. Okay, so you really connected to the words, you understand what trends in technology is going on. Okay, and third, like I like to actually meet the people, go and have lots of conversation. I really enjoyed that. Okay, and in between, it helps me to fulfill my hobbies also, like talking to the people, writing, doing the things, and all those things. So it is multifaceted roles. Then how you if you want to become a solution architect, obviously it is one of the high paying job also in the industry, right? And this is never going to be outdated job because customer requirement will be never fixed, and customer don't know what they want. If Henry Ford says, if you go and ask customer back in 90s what they want for their vehicle, they will say they want faster horses. They will not ask for the car, right? So that's what the when entrepreneur come, when architect come, they understand what they really want, right? And they work with that. Same is never, no one has thought about the iPhone, right? So then they really connected a someone need a very simplistic solution, which from 5-year-old to like 90-year-old can easily navigate, right? And then that's what they got and become pretty popular, right? So every time when we say that customer don't know what they want, they are not able to describe what they really want, and that's what the technologist come into the picture and architect come into the picture, and that is another part is very fascinating for this job. And so if you'll ask me, there is a different path. Even if you are the if you are coming from the background where it is not just for the software developer who becomes software architect and solution architect. As I told, discuss, there is a demand for the specialist solution architect. There is a, if you are coming from the database admin or network admin or even support engineer, you can follow that path, and many people have did that. Or if you if you are the domain expert from the industry, then also there is industry solution architect job is there. You just need to get your hands on in the technology. Then in short, I have put the entire my experience how someone can be the solution architect in 3 books as of now. So first I will say the solution architect handbook take you to the journey, what are the best practices, how, what is the solution architect, what the principles and aspects are there. And then it take you how to around 50 different design patterns, okay, and how you are going to learn all these different design patterns, then how you can optimize that, all those things you can get. And then from there you get I have also book on the AWS for solution architects. So cloud is the upcoming trend, right? And everyone jumping into the cloud. If you learn the one cloud, actually it is very easy to learn other cloud. So I will say pick and choose one cloud, and I wrote the AWS for solution architect with Packt. So now with solution architect handbook, you created the good foundation, good technology understanding. Now how you are going to fit the cloud and optimize this solution, very 400 dive deep on the cloud. That is AWS for solution architect is there. And recently now ultimately you want to crack the interview, that's what I put the solution architect interview book. Okay, so you will get a lot of real time scenario, how to answer the question, especially if you will see there is a 10 to 15 contributor there. And these we combined, we have 1,000+ interview experience in FANG company which we have put there. So I think if you go through that journey, I will say consider this is one semester of your college, and if you 6 months you is through these 3 books, I'm sure you will get the role, and we will get the very good role. And if you're not getting, then I'm not able to do my job rightly, I have to upgrade something more.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing all that, Saurabh. I'm seeing another question from Palak. Let's look at that. If a software engineer is pivoting to a solutions architect role, what are the things we should focus on, and what can be left behind as a SDE?
Yeah. So thanks, Palak. And actually, I'm also coming from the software development background, so definitely I can understand that. And I will talk about my journey, and I think people will able to relate it. So when I was software developer, I was mostly first, I was the C++ developer working on the Corba and Tuxedo technology because of the cross-domain interfaces provide, right, with the mainframe or C++ to Java object integration. And later, I upgraded myself to Java, and I was doing lots of projects back in 2010 and 12 where moving project from C++ to Java side, right? Because C++ skill is very rare, and people want to move other side of it. One thing was surprising to me. I was so much focused on my module and my code. For me, like the other part of Word doesn't exist, right? I never thought about how we are doing how the traffic is flowing, how we are going to load balancing, and how we are normally, I will say most of the time, if a non-functional requirement as overall system level, that's where we often miss. We see the okay, my code performance should be good. If I'm working on the particular page load, or I'm working on to process some data, I say whether it is taking the 10-second versus 2 second, that's fine. But then still we are focusing on the one module. But here, are we creating the system which is fault tolerance, or we are creating the system which is highly available, or overall how it is operational ready, how it is scalable? So those kind of things we often overlook. And one thing is, I will say, if once you start talking to customer directly, you will always see that we don't need uh, a, a feature or a particular product which has 100 functionality. We need the product which have the 10 functionality and that really work well and solve the customer problem. If you have the 100, it doesn't matter. People are not going to use 100. They will use just 10, right? And then if they will get confused, and that will get dropped. So as a SD role, what I overlooked, I have not um, really think back, working backward from customer. I just think about what requirement passed to me by the product manager and just working on that. That is first. Second is not looking overall the system architecture. Okay, so I think that learning we should need to learn behind, we need to unlearn. And we, one more things we need to unlearn, we don't need to always get into the 400 level dive deep. We first need to look at the big picture, which took a little time even for me to come out of that mindset. If I get something, I want to go deep into that, and then that race, I always miss the broader picture, like first couple of years. So we have to unlearn that things.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks for that, Saurabh. Palak, hope that helps. And yeah, a lot of interesting comments. So we've got Muthu Krishnan who says thank you, and then Jonathan says solutions architect is very fulfilling for sure. That's great to see. Thanks for sharing that, Jonathan. Uh, yeah, let's
Okay.
take another question. I see another one.
So one question is keep coming, and I would like to pick Rahul. Is Jane? Yeah, Jane asked what is the focus on the third edition, and since we are putting the
Hmm.
edition after the edition, so I often get that question: hey, how one edition is different from the other edition, right? So here we are talking about the third edition, and this book first launched in 2020. Then every alternate year we are keep refreshing. Okay, so first I will talk about what is Packt philosophy, and our philosophy is to keep putting the edition out. The first things is, as I said, the trend is quickly getting out. So what we do actually, we make sure that we are capturing the latest trend and diving deep. While we are keeping the core concept intact, we are also trying to put the new trend there. And if some concept is already out for a couple of years, we know most of the people read it. Normally we phase it out, right? So, and we in phase it out means we don't put it out directly, but instead of 10 pages we'll put it 2 pages, right? So we don't want to have the same duplicate content everywhere. So if I will talk to, I will not go to the first edition, but if I will talk about comparison between second and third edition. In second edition, when I was writing generative, I was not there. Okay, for sure, it was back in 2021. But yes, ML is machine learning was coming up, and data engineering is in full throttle. So you will see in that lots of focus on the generative AI and machine learning, and even we have put on the blockchain and machine learning. We talked about the foundation of machine learning and using the different kind of XGBoost, and though XGBoost used to be very popular at that time, right? So different kind of model and some deep learning neural network model and all those things. We also focus on the quantum computing in second edition, because there was lots of waves. Say quantum, when blockchain was there, quantum computing is going to be the next wave, right? And I still feel that that is the technology of the future, and sometime it is going to pick up, but not near time. Okay, it is still lots of research is required there to make it stable big quantum computer. And then there was a lots of things on the IoT. But as I started writing we started seeing the trend in third edition. Yes, generative AI came into picture, and then we are seeing that how we are going to use this into different part of architecture. Especially there is lots of talk on the cloud native architecture, the serverless architecture. So if you come to the third edition, you will find there is a less content on talking about the what is the role all about, what is the basic concept. There we have expanded the data engineering, machine learning, and generative AI a lot. Okay, you will see lots of things there. Also, we injected everywhere. See, generative AI is not about creating the new revenue stream, right? I don't think, except this large foundation model like OpenAI or AWS is building, or they can monetize it by putting a some model and all those things. But for most of the business, it is the cost saving. It is improving the efficiency. So when you are talking to the customer, you should pivot in the way that, hey, it is going to increase the productivity and efficiency of your workforce, improve your user experience, and that's how it will add the revenue in your top line and your bottom line margin, right? It is not going to be something, hey, I will build some product and I will get a million of subscriber and it will create the new revenue stream for me. Okay, so that is the one learning, I will say. uh, so the second part of it, that's what we mentioned in the book. The second is serverless architecture. I have put 30 plus architecture because everyone looking for the cost optimization. Every chapter in third edition, I'm talk about the cost aware architecture. Okay, and when we are talking about the cost aware architecture, we are also talking about how you can use the latest technology to reduce the cost, and how you can focus on going more like just in time kind of architecture, or plug and play of the architecture, which will help you to not reduce the day to day operational cost, but also some you are adding some new feature. If you are doing some new maintenance and all those things, then also the plug and play architecture will help you to save, so that you keep the existing architecture intact and add the new things. So all this insight you will find in third edition, which is not in the previous edition.
Yeah, that's a lot of useful information. Thanks for sharing that, Saurabh. And great question, Jane. Thanks for your question. Hope that was helpful. Uh, let's do another raffle uh, so that we can see who are the last two winners of the day. Right. So here we go. So Prasad Kulkarni gets the third ebook of the day. Congratulations, Prasad. And we'll go one last time to see who wins the last ebook of the day.
Your raffle screen is not coming, Rahul.
Okay. Is it visible now, Saurabh?
Yes, yes. So I see the DS Tomar is the
Yes.
next.
Uh,
Mhm.
yeah, looks like there
Congratulations.
was some glitch on the last one. But yeah, the fourth one goes to Dheeraj Tomar. Congratulations, Dheeraj.
Yeah, and I will say congratulations to all the winners. Keep your hashtag comments coming, because we throw more surprises after the session, especially with the solution architect interview we can choose, and we have others books where we decided to give. So keep your comments coming. Okay, definitely. We recognize, and there is lots of question maybe we are not able to answer here, but I will look at the comment and I will answer them.
Yeah, absolutely. And I see another comment from Opeyemi where he's asking, will you give away AWS for Solutions Architect book today as well? We are not doing that today, but like Saurabh mentioned, we keep coming back to engage with you, and we always want to make sure that we hear from you, your feedback and things like that. So we'll definitely uh, like watch out this space, follow Saurabh. If you're not already following him, the chances of that is very less, but yeah, follow us, and you will be in for surprises, and we want to make sure that you uh, get access to these books. So in fact, I wanted to actually share my screen again. Hopefully it's visible this time, Saurabh.
Yes, yes.
Right. So the current discussion, I think Saurabh mentioned a lot about Solutions Architect Handbook and the kind of insights he's added, and how it's going to benefit you. So this is the book. Really, this is what the cover looks like, and you can find it on our website and also on Amazon. And if I just show you the table of contents real quick, yeah, this is what it looks like. We've got 20 chapters filled with real world experience and insights. Saurabh, I think you've already spoken about the book. Anything you want to add?
I will talk about the behind the scene cut. Okay, so like you
Yeah.
seen the movie. So when I we were writing, this book almost get like 900 pages. Okay, and then and the back. The Pact has a very good team. Okay, I would like to call out, and then we were like always thinking, hey, how we optimize. This is broad topic, and we did lots of research. Rahul and team went around asking people, hey, what you want, what is looking. And if you see this book in Amazon, it has almost 500 reviews combining all these three versions. We analyze each and every, they did lots of interviews, and then we see that what is the important for the people, and that's how we optimize the book, right? So then we, because no one want to carry the 1,000-page book, right? So we optimize it to like around 600 pages of the book there, okay, approximately in that range. And we really make it crisp and make sure we put what makes sense for you, and without putting lots of fluff or repeated things. Okay, so you will definitely see and find the value there. Just want to highlight lots of effort went into, we have the different problem, we have more content and we need to optimize rather than less content and think what to add.
Yeah. Agreed, Saurabh. I think a lot of effort goes into it, especially you. We've got the technical reviewers working on the book. We've got forwards from Rajesh, Rohan, Kamal, and our editors, Rebecca, Amisha, Marin, who's always engaging with the community. So I think a huge shout out to the entire team. Uh, I think there's a lot of names I'm probably missing out, but yeah,
Mhm.
like Saurabh mentioned, it's a team effort and everyone's worked on it. So yeah, do check the book out. And again, I think at the start, Saurabh made it clear that he loves addressing questions. So if I mean it's not possible in 45-minute session to address all of the questions. I'm seeing a lot of interesting questions, but there's only so much that you can cover in a 45 session. But yeah, let's stay in touch and look at these questions, and we will be back with more giveaways and surprises, as Saurabh likes to call them. So
Yes, yes.
yeah.
Yeah, so thanks, Rahul. I will say keep following. We will come up with the more session, more book giveaway. Okay, so, and we post time to time. And I'm thinking there is some interesting question. I'm going to look at the comment, and might be I will start putting the articles on that. Okay, for the people to read. So definitely I will do the regular, maybe weekly posting. I will be doing in my LinkedIn. I see around lots of 15,000 followers are there, and they can benefit from it. And because I'm directly hearing from you, so I will definitely like to address that. So thank you very much. Thanks for your support. I find that this forum is very kind and very supportive. I'm really glad to be part of this tech builder community.
Absolutely. Nice to see Jonathan again with that comment. He says the book is very well organized. uh, Amit says, I would like to read the 900-page version as well, which is great to see. Yeah, a lot of comments, I think. Really enjoying looking at that. But yeah, all great things must come to an end. But this is not the end. We'll definitely be back with more sessions. This is the second time I'm doing this with Saurabh, and it's always been fun. And I agree. The builder community is always kind, and there is a lot to learn together. So we will definitely be back. Winners of the raffle, please get in touch with me on LinkedIn. I'll make sure that you get the ebook copy. And yeah, thanks everyone for taking the time. Thank you, Saurabh, for not just writing the book, but also making sure that you are here talking to the community and engaging with them. So it's always great when you do that. And yeah, hopefully we'll do more of that in the future. Thanks everyone. Until
Yeah,
next time.
thank you.
Thanks, Saurabh.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Yeah.